Steve here, and this is a new location, so you probably haven't seen this before. So this is the cabin in the woods um, behind the house. Is yeah. This is this is the this is the space, the wood space, the wood in the wood space. Made a whole video when I was just getting adjusted out here, and I just decided to let it go. In the last words, so yesterday's attuned video was a practice of stress assessment and reduction, and the last sentence of that was if you feel overwhelmed by the stress level in your body as you practice, reach out to someone you trust who can support you with co-regulation. Co-regulation. Okay, so we're moving into chapter 3, page 45. Chapter 3 is called The Art of Attunement. And attunement can be simply defined as the focus of attention on the inner world. Interpersonal attunement is the focusing of kind attention on the internal subjective experience of another. That's from Dr. Dan Siegel. And from William Blake, if the doors of perception were cleansed, the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. William Blake. Okay, so I'm thinking about positioning. I guess I'll just hold this up for now. Hold the book up and see if I'm in the right space. An essential proposition of transparent communication is that every human being is composed of a vast living library filled with all possible information. Nothing is left out. The ancestral wisdom of our most primordial ancestors resides in our DNA and in every cell of our bodies, brains, and nerve system. This living library is intricately patterned on all that has been learned by life over countless millennia. Much in the way your web browser contains records of all of the websites you visited today and every other day since the last time you cleared its history. If you wanted to know everything you could about how you have spent your life, or what people and events have impacted you and how, you need only take a look at your inner library. Nothing gets deleted. Everything is stored right inside you. The moment you were conceived, the day you were born, your first time crawling or walking, your first and last kiss, everything you have ever learned, felt, or experienced is all safely filed away. The library contains many levels and tiers, each of which stores the knowledge and wisdom you acquired at every stage of your physical and psychological development, plus all that has been passed down to you from your ancestors. That's the library. When you are in relation with a highly attuned person, someone who is attentive, available, curious, and aware, they can check out and review many of the files that are housed within you. Are you intellectual? Are you highly social? In what ways are you intuitive? Did you experience a childhood trauma at age 3? or perhaps at age 10, when your parents divorced. All of this is readable at the subtle level and is accessible within your subtle body or energy library. Attunement, like listening, is essential to authentic relating. By practicing attunement with others, you grow in relational wisdom, the facility to see others more clearly, to feel and feel with them more deeply, and to connect in altogether richer, more authentic ways. To extend the library metaphor, imagine books on a shelf. If you went looking for a certain book but decided to jog past all the shelves, you'd have a hard time reading any of the titles. In order to select the right book, you need to slow down and tune in to absorb the information before you. The same applies when attempting to connect with another person. Mature relationality requires you to slow down and tune in. It's about learning to adjust your speed to the other person's so you can better meet and connect. It's about developing the capacity to align your frequency to their frequency, your perception to their perception, your biofield to their biofield. Every person we meet is a particular movement or arrangement of energy, like a piece of music. Only through deep listening, by attuning and receiving, can we adjust the speed of our movement in order to meet and receive the other deeply and well. Connecting through attunement. Not long ago, I sat with a 1-year-old child who only a few days before had been in an accident and was still somewhat in a state of shock. The baby's mother was naturally very concerned. As I sat and played with the child, I tuned in, adjusting my energy to meet his energy, something that requires no words. I consciously slowed my own movement to meet his so that we could be together in a space of relation. The moment our energies synchronized was quite clear. There was now subtle electricity flowing between us, as if we had created a shared nerve system. I could now perceive patterns of energetic tension in the child's field created by the shock of his accident. There was a precise sensation of contraction around pain and fear, as though the child had drawn his energy tightly into his body, a survival response, and simply hadn't released that tightness yet, despite no longer being in danger. By being grounded in my own body, I could offer the child my presence and attunement, and then I was able to adjust my vibration to precisely match his. This allowed my nerve system to extend a little of its acquired resilience to the child's more vulnerable, still developing nerve system. I simply felt with him, conveying an energy of relaxation into the space between us. This had the effect of helping him process some of the fear he was holding, allowing it to shift and release so that he could slowly relax. After only about 10 minutes, he became more alert and curious, more actively engaged. Again, no lengthy discussion about the accident or how it had felt, or what it all could mean were necessary. Simple presence, attunement, and subtle alignment allowed the innate co-regulatory mechanism to do its work. I think I will let that be the reading for today. Next would be the exercises, the practice. But I think that was some good information that will give us something to think about. And now let's go.